A warm greetings for the day. This is Chethan Kumar from Workneev, and I welcome all of you to this video on one of the most challenging aptitude chapters in most students' opinion. Yes, today's video will be on the chapter of ages. Before we get started, like I say in all my other videos, if you're new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon right away. This gives us a new subscriber and gives you an update on all our work. Also, the previous contents on various aptitude topics from this channel have been organized for your convenience as a playlist. I encourage all of you to give it a watch if you have not done so. Without wasting much time, let us quickly get on to the question number 1 from the chapter of ages. But before that, let me tell you something. People who know the shortcut technique to find out the answer to any question from the chapter of ages will be able to find out the answer to the question number 1 that I'm going to show you right now in less than 10 seconds. However, don't rush. I encourage all of you to pause the video once after the question is displayed and take your own time and try to get the answer. And then note how much time you have taken and the space you have consumed on the sheet of paper while doing the calculation. So question number 1 is available to all of you right now. Please pause the video once the question is available and try to get the answer on your own. Yes, I believe most of you have got the answer, and now let me give you two methods in which this problem can be solved. First one is a long cut method and then a shortcut. First of all, answer to this particular question is option D, 13:20. Congratulations to all the people who have got the answer as 13:20. Now the long cut. The long cut looks like this. Majority of you must have done the problem calculation in this way, and let us check what the calculation is all about. Let the present age of Ammu and Appu be 3x and 5x respectively. So the initial assumption is being made in the first line. 3x is the age of Ammu and 5x is the age of Appu. And then as per the problem statement, sum of their ages should be equal to 112 years, right? So 3x plus 5x will give me 112. So 8x is equal to 112 and x value will turn out to be 14. From this we can find out both Ammu's and Appu's age. Ammu's age will be 3x as per our assumption, so it is 3 times of 14 which is 42, and Appu's age will be 5 times of 14 which is 70 years. And now 10 years later, the question asked over here is what will be the ratio of their ages 10 years hence, means 10 years later. If these two are their present ages, 10 years later their ages will be 52 years and 80 years respectively. So the ratio will be 52:80, and if you cancel these two terms with the help of force table, you will get 13:20 as the answer. Now, that is fantastic because it is the right answer. But the mistake most of the students make after looking at a familiar question like this is, out of excitement, they are likely to write all the steps until they get the final answer without realizing that they are wasting their time. Rather than this problem could have been solved just by attempting this question in mind. An answer could have been ready in less than 10 seconds. And that is possible only when you go with the shortcut technique. Let me show you how it's done. Though I told you that the problem has to be attempted in mind, I somehow have to write the procedure here to demonstrate how it is done. So the procedures are as follows. Especially when you get problems on ages in terms of a ratio, this is the procedure you need to follow. You have to immediately take 3 sections. One is past, one more is present, and one more is future. And then write down the people who are mentioned in the question. In this question it is Ammu and Appu. I'll take their names in the representation. Then I'll go by the problem statement. It is given that ratio of ages of Ammu and Appu is 3:5. That is the present age ratio. I'll take 3:5 in the present section. And it is also given that sum of their ages is 112 years. And if you look at here, 3 plus 5 will not give me 112 because these are just the ratio of their ages but not the real ages. For time being, let me assume that these are their real ages. Then what will happen? Let us check. If I assume Ammu's age as 3 and Appu's age as 5, total age, that is sum of the age, I'll get it as 8 years. But it is only my assumption since the reality we already know it is 112. Why did I do this? Because of a simple reason. Tell me how many times of my assumption is reality? Definitely it is 14 times, right? Because you need to tell me 8 into what will give me 112. And if you do not know how to do that, you divide 112 by 8. That will give me 14 as the answer. Now this tells me that my assumption was wrong, but the reality is 14 times of my assumption, and that is applicable for these two entities as well, right? So Ammu's age will not be 3, it is 14 times of 3, and similarly Appu's age will not be 5, it is 14 times 5, and that gives me the present age of Ammu as 42 and present age of Appu as 70 years. So let me clear the screen for some time and I'll give you the representation in a better way. Yes, this is what their present ages are. And now you tell me 10 years later, that means 10 years in the future, what will happen to their ages? Both will be growing up by 10 years, right? So their ages will become 52 and 80 years respectively. Now, if you simplify this with the table of 4, you will get the ratio as 13:20. Though I have done the same calculation here, this one looks far better than that of the previous one. Moreover, look at the time we have taken and the space it has consumed in the calculation. Don't you feel it is amazing? Yes, it is. Now let us go to the next question and see how many of you have absorbed the beauty of this shortcut and come up with the answer so quickly. The question number 2 for all of you is available over here. Try to solve this problem on your own upon pausing the video for some time. Alright, I hope everyone has got the answer to this particular question. Let us check what is the right answer to this problem. Right answer to this question is option B, 124 years, and let us look at the conventional long cut method. There might be people who have done the problem in this way. It's absolutely okay, but you just see the time required to solve the problem and the space that you are taking to solve this particular problem. The solution goes like this. Let the ages of Badani and Bambani 6 years ago be 7x and 9x respectively. This is from the problem statement. Now let us read the first part of the question. The difference between the present ages of Badani and Bambani is 14 years. From this we need to understand one point. The difference between the ages of any two individuals will remain the constant no matter how many years ago or how many years later. It will remain the constant no matter what. So 6 years ago was also the difference between the ages of these two people would be 14 years itself, and that's the reason why I'll go 6 years ago and I'll take the difference between their ages. It is 9x minus 7x is equal to 14 years, and that gives me 2x is equal to 14 years and x value is equal to 7. From this we can calculate Badani's and Bambani's age. Badani's age will be 7 times of 7, which is 49, and Bambani's age will be 9 times of 7, which is 63. Now these are the ages 6 years ago. Now tell me what will be their present ages then? I need to add 6 to both the values, then I will get their present ages. So Badani's age will be 49 plus 6, which is 55 years, and Bambani's age will be 63 plus 6 years, which is 69. And simply the last part of the question is what is the sum of their present ages? It is 55 plus 69. Answer is 124 years. So congratulations, all of you have got the answer. Now let me demonstrate how the same problem can be solved in the shortcut method. Like I said, you need 3 sections to solve the problem: past, present and future, and the 2 people mentioned in the question are Badani and Bambani. Now let us go by the problem. you can say 6 years ago, the ages were in the ratio 7:9. That means I have to write them in the past. 7:9 is the age ratio of Badani and Bambani 6 years ago. And now we have understood one thing, no matter whether it is past, present or future, the difference in the ages of two individuals will never change. So even 6 years ago, the difference between their ages was 14 years only. And from that, I can calculate like this. Difference between these two is 2 units, and 2 is my assumption, but in reality it is 14 years, right? So from this I can conclude that my assumption is wrong. Reality is 7 times of my assumption. Then from that I can find out Badani's age and Bambani's age. Badani is not 7, but it is 7 times of 7, and Bambani is not 9, but it is 7 times of 9. So answer will be 49 years and 63 years. So that were the ages of Badani and Bambani 6 years ago. 49 years and 63 years. Done. Now, these were the ages 6 years ago. Now tell me, what will be their present ages then? Difference between the past and present is 6 years as per the question. Now I need to add 6 years to both the ages, then their ages will turn out to be 55 years and 69 years. Now tell me, what will be the sum of their ages at present? It is 124 years. So I hope it is clear for everybody. With the same excitement, let us move on to question number 3. Question number 3 to all of you is available over here. Read the question and try to solve the problem. Alright, let us check what is the right answer to this problem. Right answer to this question is 48 years. And let's look at the long cut method to solve this problem. Let the age of Ananya and her uncle be A and U respectively, and sum of their ages from the problem statement is 63, right? So I can take A plus U is equal to 63. Now 4 years ago, their ages must be A minus 4 and U minus 4, because both were 4 years younger than they are right now at present. So sum of their ages will be 8 years lesser than it is in the present, because I have to subtract 4 years from both the ages. So hence sum of their ages 4 years ago will be 8 years lesser than 63. That means A plus U will be equal to 55. Now, in the second part of the question, it is given 4 years ago, the uncle's age was 4 times that of Ananya's age. So, if I assume Ananya's age as 1x, then the uncle's age will become 4 times of x. Now, from this, I can find out the sum of their ages, right? Which is 5x, and we know that 4 years ago, sum of their ages was 55. If 5x is equal to 55, what is the value of x? It is 11. Now from this I can find out Ananya's age as well as the uncle's age 4 years ago. It is 11 and 44 respectively. Now the last part of the question is, what is the present age of the uncle? 44 is the age of the uncle 4 years ago. Then what will be the present age of the uncle? Definitely it is 44 plus 4, 48 years. And if they had asked you what is the age of Ananya, then your answer is supposed to be 11 plus 4, which is 15 years. So I hope long cut method is clear for you, but I'm not recommending this to anybody because we have a shortcut method to solve the same problem. And the shortcut you must have understood right now. 3 sections are mandatory: past, present and future, and names of the people who are mentioned in the question: Ananya and uncle. Now if you read the question clearly over there, you will get to know that sum of their present ages as 63 years, and that's why I have taken it in the present. And 4 years ago, which means in the past, uncle's age was 4 times that of Ananya's age. If I assume Ananya is 1, then uncle would become 4. And from the observation, you need to understand sum of their ages 4 years ago was 55 years, because Ananya's age will also be reduced by 4 and uncle's age will also be reduced by 4. So the sum of the ages will only be 55 4 years ago. And then the normal calculation that we have been doing for the last 2 questions, sum of the ages is 5 as per my assumption, but in reality it is 55. How many times of my assumption is my reality? 11 times. In that case, Ananya's age will be 11 years and uncle's age will be 4 times of 11, which is 44 years. Let me rewrite it over here. Ananya's age is 11 years and uncle's age is 44 years. Now, this is the scenario 4 years ago. Then what is the scenario at present? After 4 years, their ages will be 15 and 48 years. And from this question, we need to understand only one portion is needed, that is present age of uncle. Directly, it is 48 years. If they had asked you what is the age of Ananya, present age of Ananya, it is 15 years. I hope it is clear to everybody. Let us move on to question number 4. Alright, let's check what's the right answer to this problem. Right answer to this question is option A, 17:5, and here is the long cut method to solve the problem. Let the age of Ramesh be R, age of Suresh be S, your favorite step, and then sum of their ages is given in the question, and that is R plus S is equal to 66. 3 years hence means 3 years later. What will happen to sum of their ages? Both will be growing up by 3 years, so the sum of the ages will be 6 years more compared to the sum of the ages 3 years ago. That means 66 plus 6 will give me 72. And from the next part of the question, it is given after 3 years, Ramesh age will be 3 times that of Suresh age. So if I assume Suresh age as 1x, then the Ramesh age will be 3x. And from this I can find out the sum of their ages, which is 4x. And I know what will be their sum of the ages after 3 years, which is 72. And from this I'll get the value of x as 18. And after you get the value of x, you can find out their ages after 3 years. Suresh age will definitely be 18 years and Ramesh age will definitely be 54 years. Now what will be their ages at present then? You have to subtract 3 from both the values, right? So Suresh age at present will be 15 years and Ramesh age will be 51 years. And the last part of the question is what is the ratio of their present ages? Now you have to take 51:15. Upon simplifying it with the table of 3, you will get 3 17s are 51 and 3 5s are 15. So 17:5 is the answer. Congratulations, this is the long cut. Now, without having to write all these things, how to solve the problem? Only way we have is the shortcut method, 3 sections, past, present and future. And look at the question, sum of the present ages of Ramesh and Suresh is 66 years. It is given already, and 3 years hence means it is in the future. 3 years later, what happened? Ramesh age will be 3 times that of the Suresh age. That means if I take Suresh as 1, Ramesh will be 3. And sum of their ages after 3 years means both will be growing by 3 years. So sum of their ages will definitely be 6 years more compared to sum of their ages 3 years ago. It will become 72. Now next step is familiar for all of you. I'll go by assumption versus reality. If I add these two, I'll get 4. But that is only my assumption. How will I convert 4 into 72? I'll multiply by 18. In that case, I have to multiply Ramesh age also by 18 and Suresh age also by 18. Then I will get the answer as 54 years and 18 years. Now these are the ages of the respective people after 3 years. Then what will be the ratio of their ages at present? Ratio of their ages at present will become 51:15, but this is not in the simplified format. You have to simplify it with the table of 3. Upon simplifying, you will get the answer as 17:5. I hope this question is clear to everybody, and with that said, let us move on to the last question from this video, and that is available to all of you on the screen right now. Pause the video and try to solve this problem on your own. Alright, I hope every one of you have got the answer to this particular problem. Let's check what's the right answer to the problem. Option C, 8 years is the right answer. Let us look at how this problem is solved with the help of conventional long cut method. It is something like this. You have to start this calculation from the last part because it is clearly given. Sahil celebrated his 5th birthday 8 years ago. Then what is the present age of Sahil? 5 plus 8, which is 13 years. After this, we have to go to the second part of the problem statement. After 6 years, father's age will be twice as that of Sania's brother's age Sahil at that time. That means after 6 years, what will be the age of Sahil? 13 is the present age. After 6 years, it will become 19. Then what will be the age of the father? It is 2 times, right? 38 will be the age of father. Now, if 38 is the age of the father after 6 years, what is the age of the father at present? It is 38 minus 6, which is 32 years. And from the first part of the question, it says Sania's age is 1/4 of her father's age, right? So what is 1/4 of 32? It is definitely 8 years. Now, to avoid all this writing work, we have the shortcut technique to solve the problem. And shortcut has past, present and future. And 3 people's name have been mentioned in the question. Sania, father and Sahil. Let us go step by step. The first part of the question says Sania's age is 1/4 of her father's age, which means at present, if Sania is 1, father will definitely be 4. And then after 6 years, father's age will be twice as that of her brother Sahil's age. So 6 years later, what will happen? If Sahil is 1, father will become 2. Now, next part of the solution is Sahil's 5th birthday. It happened in the past only, right? That's why I've taken in the past. He was only 5 years old and his 5th birthday happened 8 years ago from now. So, if it happened 8 years ago, then what is the present age of Sahil? Definitely, the present age of Sahil will be 5 plus 8, which is 13 years. Great. Now, if you look at the second part of the question, after 6 years, father's age will be twice as that of the brother's age. So, if brother is 13 years at present, after 6 years, he will become 19 years. Then father's age will be double of this, right? Which becomes 38 years. And this is after 6 years. Then what will be the age of father at present? Minus 6, which is 32 years. And 1:4 ratio have to be maintained. So if father is 32, then what will be the age of Sania? To maintain the ratio, definitely it has to be 8 years. I hope this question is also clear to every single one out there. Now, I'll give you a practice problem for all of you. The moment when it is available to you, please take a screenshot of the video and then try to solve the problem on your own. Practice problem for all of you is available here and I request all of you to take a screenshot of this particular question. Okay, that brings us to the final part of this video. Thank you so much all of you for watching this and all the very best for all your upcoming aptitude tests. Before you move out of the video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon and also to post your queries or inputs or suggestions in the comment. With that said, I will take your leave until I come up with a fresh new concept in the next video. This is Chethan Kumar wishing you an extraordinary day ahead.